Okay, so now I have 5 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have 2 M&Ms in each group. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So you can take your factors and you can switch them, and it'll be the same answer. Okay? So let's do our review of these right here. Okay? Let's just see how quickly, and I'll try my best to start it. All right, now the problem is Annie can't see. What if I put, does that block you from seeing the board? All right, well let's for now leave it there and we'll see what we can do. Because you can see under it, right? Okay. On your mark, get set, go.
0, 0, 9, 0, 6, 4, 8, 18, 6, 16, 8, 9, 0, 0, 1, 0, 5.
Oh, I'll give you an extra second.
4, 0, 1, 16, 0, 5, 18, 0, 0, 6, 0, 2, 0, 6, 0.
All right, so that was a minute and 2 seconds, and since I got stuck a couple times, I'll take 2 seconds. So we'll just say it's an even minute to go through these. So we'll see if we can beat that next time. Okay? So, let's look back at our chart, our place value chart, and review just briefly what we were learning. Okay? So we've got our different houses that represent periods. Now, our pink house, the one farthest over here, is the what period? The ones period, and then we have thousands, millions. And in between every period is a comma. And then within each period, we have different place values, and it's a pattern. So let's say our pattern: ones, tens, hundreds. Ones, tens, hundreds. Ones, tens, hundreds. Now let's say our place value, and we're going to add the period in with it. Okay, so we've got ones, tens, hundreds, because we don't say ones, 10 ones, 100 ones. I guess we could, but we'll just say ones. Well, let's go ahead and do it. That way we get the hang of it, okay? 1 ones, 10 ones, 100 ones. 1,000s, 10,000s, 100,000s. 1 millions, 10 millions, 100 millions. And if we kept going, we'd say 1 billions to 10 billions, 100 billions. So it's a pattern. It keeps rotating.
And then trillions. And then
Okay, you're going to have to move your pen, and Micah, you're going to have to move your pen. Okay? So, and then our standard form is where we write our number as a number. And then expanded, we take the value of each number. Everyone looking up here. The value of each number, and we're going to write it out like an addition problem. Everybody's eyes up here. Okay? Thank you. And then written form, you're going to write it in your work with words. Okay? So, are there any questions about this? No questions? So, you ready to take a test?
Wait, what? No.
I woke you up. All right, get out and prepare for math. There shouldn't be any talking or noises. And then open to the next lesson. Now, one thing that's nice about our math book is it starts off and then it just every day we learn a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more until you get to the end of 4th grade and you're going to be so much smarter than you already are. Okay. Alex, was that you? You're going to have to move your pen, please. Okay. All right, compare numbers. Okay, does someone have a question? Micah? All right, we'll keep looking. It's in there somewhere. All right. Now, it's what we're going to do today is compare numbers. So what we need to do is we need to figure out using our values which one has the bigger value. So let's just start with number 1. It says write the period name for the place with the greatest value. So in that number we have 43,186,507. Which digit in that number has the greatest value? Jensen?
The 10 millions.
You're right. Which digit was it?
The 4.
The 4, right? The 4 has the greatest value. So which period is the 4 in? Which house? These they have our ones, our thousands, and our millions. Which period is it in? The 4. Jensen?
Millions.
The millions, right. So we're just writing what period the greatest value digit is in. So number 1 is millions. Okay, number 1 is millions. Write millions. Number 2, we have 189,376. Which digit has the greatest value? Marissa?
The 9.
No. Look at the look at the place values. Jana?
The 1.
The 1 does. Which period is the 1 in? It's either going to be the ones, the thousands, or the millions. Yes. Number 2 is thousands. Okay, so like for instance, number 1 had 43,186,507. Okay, our 4 was had the greatest value, and the 4 is in the millions period because we have our ones, thousands, millions. Then this one, 189,376. The 1 has the greatest value, and that's in the thousands period. I'm sorry, Micah. We're just going to have to do the best we can with this. Okay? We're going to have to be a good listener. Number 3, we have 562. Which digit has the greatest value? Marissa?
The 5.
Yes. And which period is that in?
100.
No, it's in the hundreds place, but what about the period? The periods are the
Ones.
words in the roof. Ones, thousands, millions.
1.
The ones. Right. Number 4, we have 6,912,000. Micah, what's the greatest digit? Digit with the greatest value? The 6, and what period is it in?
Million.
Millions. And then number 5, 72,360.
Wait.
What's the digit with the greatest value, Jed?
The 70,000.
Okay, just the digit. Tell me the one digit that has the greatest value.
The 7.
Mm-hmm. And is the 7 in the ones, thousands, or millions period?
Thousands.
Yes. So you just have to be careful. If they're saying what place value is it in, then you would say the 10,000s, the 100 millions. But when it's just saying period, then that means it just wants to know which house is it in. Okay? Numbers 6 through 10. Write the value of the underlined digit. So number 6. Brayden, can you tell me the value of the 8?
Thousands.
Alright, what's the value of it?
Thousands.
8,000. Right. Okay, because look, it's in the 1,000s place, and if you had 8 1,000s, that's 8,000. If you have, remember that this cube represents 1,000. Okay, so if you had, would be the 1,000s place. If you have 8 of these, that's 8,000. Alright, number 7. What is the value of the 9? Marissa?
9 million.
No, it's not the millions. Look what place it's in. Mackenzie?
10,000.
Okay, it's in the 10,000s. So if you have 9 10,000s, how many is that? What's the value? 90,000. Right. Okay, remember you're basically taking the digit 9 and all the rest are going to be zeros. Number 8, what's the value of the 4? Are you all awake?
So,
Lucy, what's the value of the 4?
1 million.
Okay, it's in the 1 millions place, but if we have 4 1 millions, what value is that? 4 million. Is everybody getting this?
Yep.
Number 9, what's the value of the 3? Mason?
The 30,000.
No. Well, it's in the 100,000s place. So if you have 300,000s, what value is that? Okay, so look up here. If you have 371,289. All right, we're looking at the 3. It's in the hundred thousands place. So we wouldn't say it has a value of 3,000. Because that would be saying that its value is like this. So basically what you're doing, everybody look, basically what you're doing is you're replacing all the other numbers with zeros. And that tells you the value of that number. So what's that number?
300.
300,000.
300.
Number 10, what's the value of the 6? Mackenzie?
600.
Very good, 600. All right, so 1 through 5, you had to write the period. 6 through 10, you had to write the value. All right. Now, what we're going to do is compare what numbers are bigger, greater, and less than, or if they're equal. So what we do first is we're looking at the digit with the greatest value. So for number 11, we have 73,912 and 3,491,293. So, hello. I'm gonna give them something to work on, and then I might talk to you so you can help me.
Okay.
All right. All right, you're gonna look at the number, the digit with the greatest value. So the 7 would be the greatest value for the first number, right? 70,000. And then the other number, the greatest value is the 3, and that value is 3 million. So what's bigger, 3 million or 70,000? 3 million. So 73,912 is less than 3,491,293. All right. Now, I know we just learned this. Whoops. Okay, what I want you to do is, I'm going to talk to Mr. Music for a minute. I want you to see if you can finish the rest of this page and work on the back, and then I'll jump in and help you as soon as I'm done talking. See if you can figure out which one is less than, greater than, or equal to. Remember, you always are eating the bigger number. So the mouth is always open to the bigger number.
What does crossword puzzle? What number?
Just keep it going. All right, so let's go back to the greater than less than, and I'll go over it with you, see if you got it right or if you had any questions. So for number 12, 8,444 is less than 18,310 because the 8 is only in the thousands place, but in the other number, the 1 has the greatest value, and that's in the 10,000s place. So you have greater value in 18,310. Does everybody understand that? Okay, so basically whichever number is longer is a bigger number. If it's longer and has more place values, then it's a bigger number than the other number. Now, where it gets tricky is when maybe the first numbers are the same, when the length is the same, then you have to figure out which digit is bigger. Jacob? Okay. All right, so for number 11, that was less than. Number 12 was less than also. Okay, so it should have been, you should have
Yeah.
drawn one like that, okay? Because you always want to eat the bigger number. If you had a candy bar, would you rather eat the whole candy bar or just a little corner off of it?
The whole.
Yeah, you'd rather eat the bigger piece. So you want your, we would say this is greater than, and this is less than, but either way, they're eating the bigger number. All right, question, Alex?
It's not a question, but in second grade,